Hello, welcome to episode 2.
Here's our blanket, excellent.
Asymmetrical twist. Dropping and sinking.
Notice how
So just notice. Joining us for the second episode of next week. Namaste. Hello and welcome to episode 40 of Namaste Yoga. I'm here with my good best friend, my best Namaste Yoga friend, Carrie. She's here and I'm so glad she's here today because this is going to be a tough class and I know Carrie can do it. It's probably not going to be hard for her because she's such a strong and determined and willful woman, so she's going to have no problem with this class. So I'm going to ask you to lie back and rest back for Shavasana, and I'm going to talk at you for a while, and that's good. You can be thankful for that, enjoy it and savor it, because once you start working, we're going to be really working today. So let's talk a little bit about the class. Today we're working with the third niyama, and the niyamas are the personal practices, the way of caring for ourselves with yoga as outlined by Patanjali in the Yoga Sutras. And the third niyama is tapas. Tap means heat. It has to do with fire. And Nikolai Bachman, he talks about it as a tool for weakening suffering and realizing our pure awareness. So when we practice tapas, we're deliberately acting in a way that causes positive change in ourselves. And it's the heat generated by practicing tapas that will incinerate physical, mental, and emotional impurities and refine the body, the sensory organs, and the heart-mind. So in our North American yoga culture, a lot of times you'll see people doing vigorous yoga asana, vigorous yoga vinyasas, so flow yoga, or hot yoga. These are probably the most common forms of practicing tapas in our North American yoga culture. But there's lots of ways to practice tapas. So actually just before the show, Carrie and I were talking about, we didn't name them as tapas, but we were talking about our practices right now. And I know Carrie's working with a personal trainer right now that's working her really hard, and that's tapas. She was talking about the burn in her legs, and I've been doing this cleanse that I'm into almost through my second week on too, and that's a sort of tapas in a discipline. So when we practice tapas, there's discomfort, like last night it would have been really nice to sit down with a beer and a bag of Doritos, but I didn't because I'm on this cleanse. Carrie's laughing. I'm sure she has something that she's had to give up in order to be good right now with her tapas too. So, it's uncomfortable because when we consciously change a habit, discomfort arises and it creates heat in the body. But Nikolai Bachman, I love how he says this because I think about this every time now. This is the priceless heat of real change. So, when you're all in your triggers and you're all up and you're got a lot of fire and frustration in your body, then you can just be thankful because you know what? You're going through change and you're going to come out it on the other end. So when we're practicing tapas, discomfort is good for us and a desirable effect. So when we encounter discomfort, we are encouraged to continue practicing our tapas. So with tapas, we're consciously challenging long-standing patterns of behavior because tapas help us to burn out of our ruts. And the heat generated by tapas result in spiritual, psychological transformation, and it's great. You're going to love this class. So just as you're resting back here, right now, I want you to mentally prepare yourself for the class because this class is going to be more challenging than what we normally do or have done on Namaste Yoga in a long time. I'm sure we've had another more challenging class on the roster, but not for a while. So just start to mentally prepare yourself. And what I really want to stress here is that I want you to really work through the exercises, work through the heat, work through the burn in the body, but please don't do anything that's injurious. So as long as it's not injurious for your body, we're practicing our tapas by continuing to keep going. So hopefully you can really use your discernment to know the difference between what's going to be injurious and what's uncomfortable. And so when we meet that discomfort, to welcome it, because we know this is the priceless heat of real transformation. Okay, so set your intention to stick with it and stay with it today. And if you have another intention or dedication for your practice, you can cultivate it now. And then when you're ready, you can start to wiggle and stretch out. So are you ready, Carrie? Okay. She's curious now, I bet. Are you curious? Okay. We're going to start with some abdominal work. So watch Carrie. We'll keep the camera on Carrie for the whole episode now. It was nice seeing you. We're going to, I got this great new app this morning, specifically for using in my class, and it's called the Zen Timer. I really like it. And you can set it to go for as long as you need, and it dings when you start and it dings when you finish. So we're going to use that so that I can do this with you, because I'm the sort of person that I'm not going to ask you to clean the toilets unless I clean the toilets. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's see. So you're going to be lying on your back. It is an option to place your hands under your pelvis. That can help a lot. I find I'm good with this one, but on the second one, I'll need to add it. Okay. So we'll wait for the ding to begin. And you're going to lift alternating legs. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. And try to really hollow out the belly, draw the navel back so you're using your core to do this exercise. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. You want the breath and the movement to be vigorous. So feel the heat, feel the challenge, and as long as you're not hurting yourself, keep going. That's the end. We're going to continue right on. You might want to tuck both hands underneath to lift both legs and lower both legs. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Option is to do this with knees bent. Okay, that's your option. That was our start bell. We got a few bonus ones in. Okay, I'm so doing the modified version today. I'm already coughing out. I've already done this with a few classes this week, and let me tell you, I'm really feeling this. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower. Keep the navel drawn in, tail tucked under. Good, and now we rest, knees to chest. That was good, right, Carrie? Oh. Are you hot? Yeah, so we're starting to sweat already. Carrie's teasing me that I'm turning into a personal trainer. It will never happen. Never say never, right? Okay. You feel ready to move on, Carrie? Do you think we've given everybody at home a long enough rest? Okay, Carrie says it's a long enough rest. She's more of a slave driver than I am, I'll just tell you that. Okay, so we're going for another minute. Oh, let me tell you what we're doing first. Okay, this one, the arms start up, straight up. You inhale, the arms go out to the side, the legs go out to a 60-degree angle. You exhale, you come back to knees to chest. So it's inhale, out, exhale, back. So option here to make it less challenging is inhale, legs straight up, exhale, back. Okay, so just legs more up is your option. So wait for the bell to start. Inhale, exhale. And by the way, we're doing these for 1 minute, but it recommends that you do them for 4.5. So I'm totally giving you a break. Good, rest, knees to chest. So this is part of a kriya for the navel center, and it's as laid out by Yogi Bhajan, and we've modified it slightly, but he says that it gives you the power to maintain a course of action and to break habits and create new ones, and that is what Tapas is all about. So that's why I just had to do this kriya. Okay, are we ready for the next one? Okay, so the next one is very similar to the first one, except for you're going to be hugging the left knee and the right leg is going to be out long. And then you're going to inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. So let's start that. Wait for the bell to start. We're going to do each side for 1 minute. My legs are getting very heavy. Keep going, you're doing great. Okay, good. Switch legs. See, you got a few extra bonus in there again. That's because we're so disciplined at practicing our tapas today. Yeah. Carrie's saying that six-pack doesn't come easy. Isn't it amazing how light your leg feels when you start and then it gets heavier and heavier? Breathe in, breathe out. Carrie's already saying this is easy. I think we should watch her do it for 4.5 minutes. Keep going, keep breathing. Oh, you're done. You get to rest in Shavasana now. It's a nice stretch for the tops of the legs. Yeah, I find it really works the tops of the legs. Yeah. Yeah, so it feels like it loosens them. Okay, so we've got one more abdominal exercise from here. Are you ready? Okay. This one's called stretch pose, and it's nothing like a stretch whatsoever. I bet you actually Carrie can do this one. I'm going to do the modified version. Okay, I'll show you the version just for a very split second, so watch carefully. You're going to inhale, you're going to exhale, curl up, reach the fingers to the toes, lift both legs off the ground, and breathe breath of fire. And we're going to do that for 1 minute. Okay, here's my suggestions for modifications. Are you going to do it, Carrie? Or Carrie's going to do it? Okay, right on. Modifications, option is to keep one hand behind the head, no point in hurting your neck, okay? So that's totally great. And to just do one leg off the ground. And then after about 30 seconds, we'll switch, okay? Yeah, that's a good idea. You can start with both legs and then switch it up. That's a good idea. Okay, wait for the bell. Don't start before you have to. So I'm going to have my left hand behind my head. Curl up, lift the right leg off. The left leg off. Look how easy Carrie makes it look. I like the way she's got her shoulders all the way off the ground. Switch sides if you're doing sides. You're halfway, Carrie. You did the whole minute. Oh, you did it. I'm so proud of you. Think of all the impurities you're burning off, Carrie. Okay, we're gonna rest here. Take a much deserved rest. Okay. Carrie's saying it's good she didn't expect it. I don't think anybody expected this out of me. Okay, come on. Yeah, everybody's been liking it this week. It's good. It's good to practice discipline. You know, generally, in my life, I have tapas and spades. I'm an incredibly disciplined person. So, it's not something that I really work towards cultivating. In fact, when I come to the yoga mat, I'm working on doing less usually, because that tends to be my challenge more than But yeah, it's good to cultivate tapas regardless. Okay, so we're moving on. Heat, make sure you've got lots of water to put out your fire. Okay, we're gonna do frog pose. So actually that stretch pose that we just did, they recommend that you do it for 11 minutes. Yes, so we're starting at 1, we'll work up to it. Frog pose is recommended we do this 25 times. We're gonna do it 10, and then we're gonna do another abdominal exercise, and we'll do another 10. Okay, so the way it works is you come on your toes, you bring your heels together, and you keep your heels off the ground for this whole exercise. And you inhale, you straighten your legs, and you exhale and you lower, okay? So if you can keep your hands flat on the ground, that's great. If you can't, you can come up onto your fingertips. And if you've got a block could be useful here too, if the leg extension is not possible to keep the hands on the ground. Okay, are we ready? We're gonna do 10. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Good. 10. Okay, good. And Carrie ran for 45 minutes this morning, so you probably felt that pretty quick. Okay, next one we're going to work with boat pose. These will be easy for Carrie. Bend your knees, feet flat on the floor. V-sits. Arms in front. Roll the shoulders back and down. Breathe in. Breathe out and hinge back from the hips and hold. Keep the body long through the low back. So tendency here is to look like this. Keep the spine long. As you breathe out, pull the belly back. Okay, so hinge forward, open the knees. So shaking is quite normal in that one. It's just the muscles recruiting to do the core stabilizers firing out. Yeah, thank you for helping me find my words. I have no more words. I'm so focused on my tapas. Inhale. Exhale, hinge back. Open the arms out to the side and breathe. Good. Yay. Stretch again. We're going to do one more. Do you do those a lot in your classes? No? You do it different? Okay. Okay, so inhale up. Arms in front again. Breathe in. Breathe out, hinge back. One arm overhead, other arm overhead. Hello. Good job. Nice. Very good. Okay. Do you want some water? You okay? Sure. Okay. Come up onto your heels. We're going to do 10 more frog pose. So it's inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Good, that was 10. And come up to standing. Okay, shake it out. So of course that pose, the frog pose, if you have any knee injuries, of course you would have used your own mindful awareness to know that that would not have been a good exercise for you to do. So just always use your best judgment and refer to your inner teacher. Don't just follow blindly what your teacher's saying, because obviously, especially in this case, I'm not there to be able to watch you and make sure you're staying safe. So you've got to really be vigilant and be safe in your own body. Okay, so we're going to do the warrior poses. I think they're great poses to practice tapas with. So I'm going to stand over here with Carrie, and we're going to take a big step forward with your left foot. So as long as one of your legs. So we're doing the long stance, warrior ones. You're going to bend through the front leg, spin your right hip forward and your left hip back. So your hips are going to face straight ahead, and then we're going to reach the arms up and hold. And the tapas today are in holding. So feeling the heat. Great, and then lower your arms, step out. Your arms are feeling it?
Yeah, no, it's feeling
The extension. So that probably has to do with shoulder flexibility. Yeah. When we get to warrior 2, we'll talk about how to hold your arms up with your core and your back rather than using your shoulders, because you're just going to die if you just use shoulder strength to hold your arms up out to the side. Okay, so let's do the other side. You want me to face the other way? Okay, let's stand at the other side of our mat. Sure. And take a big step forward with the right foot now. Okay, and you want to sink down through that right buttock so that that knee is at as close to a 90-degree angle as you can get. Spin the hips forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Good job. Whew. How's that? Good. Can you guys hear the birds here? They're so loud. Let me tell you, they start at 4:30 in the morning. That's when they start getting really loud. That's when I wake up with the birdies at 4:30, and then I can usually stay asleep for about an hour longer, and then I get up and do my yoga. That's my tapas. That's part of my tapas every morning. Okay, now we're gonna do warrior 2. So let's talk about setting up warrior 2 so that it's safe and so that it's something you can stay with too. So we'll take I'll demonstrate with Carrie. So take a big step forward with the left foot. Yeah. Great. And bending the front left knee. And then you're going to spin the right hip back and the left hip forward. But look how her knee comes in when she does this. So you're always going to choose the knee over the hip. So she's going to roll the knee back out and then just keep energetically moving that right hip back, but choosing the knee always, right? Because we don't want to overstretch the ligament there. Okay, so now the next piece is the arms come up. So you want to use the center of your back muscles to hold them. So arms out to the side. Yeah. And if you can get a teacher to do this for you, it's so helpful. You're already doing a good job of it though. But rest your arms into my hand. A bit more. Yeah. Now just squeeze between the back muscles. Oh, now you're even doing a better job. Feel the difference? Yeah. So if you use your back muscles and your chest muscles, like think about lifting your arms from the center of your chest and the center of your back, you'll be able to hold it for a lot longer. But if you just lift your arms with your shoulders, then it's like, do you feel the difference even with that? Because you're already doing a good job of it. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Keep just checking in on that left knee. My back leg is actually shaking now. And rest. Okay, shake out your legs. One more. We're going to stand on our other side. Okay. Are your legs starting to shake? Are you feeling the heat in your body? I'm not feeling it so much because we're outside and there's a really nice breeze today, but when we did these inside, I was feeling a lot of you could actually feel the heat coming up inside you, so that would be really common. And also your breath is going to get quicker and more intense because it's intense what you're doing. So it's not going to be like Shavasana breath. You don't have to try to make it that way. Okay, big right step forward with the right foot, bending through the front right knee, spinning the left hip back, the right hip forward, squeezing between the shoulder blades, lifting the arms up. Good. And good job. Great. Okay, we're going to make our way back down to seated for our final kriya. If I can somehow find my way to my bum again. Okay. All right, so for the next exercise, it's a kriya for the third chakra, another great one for tapas. So what we're going to do is this exercise starts with the arms out in front. So again, when you bring them out, reach them out, and probably most people are going to bring their shoulders forward. So pull them back so you're using your back muscles to hold your arms up. And then we're going to turn the palms out and bring the palms together. And we're going to just breathe here for 1.5 minutes. So feeling the heat in your body. So now we're going to start breath of fire, active exhalation, active inhalation. Drawing the navel back. Good, and relax down. Whew. We're taking a rest now. Because the next one involves arms up and down. So we were supposed to do that breath of fire for 4.5 minutes, but we're working our way up to it. We're doing them for shorter periods of time. Okay, so next one is arms out to the side. My arms, I can't even really feel them anymore. I've been doing this all week. You guys will be okay because it's your first time. The right arm's up, the right hand's up, the left hand's down. And then you're going to inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. And it's about a 4-inch movement between the two. So it's... And we're going to do that for about 1 minute too. So Carrie says we're like the birds, and that's actually the image we were using last night when we were working in class. It's like a very frantic bird though, not a very soaring bird. It's like the birds flying out of Canada when winter starts early. Going to Florida. Get me out of here, yeah. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Now bring your hands to Namaste. You're going to breathe in as slow as you can. Hold your breath for as long as you can. And then exhale as slow as you can. Press the hands really hard together. Hold. Exhale like a cannon. Inhale again. Hold, push the hands together. Exhale like a cannon. Inhale again. Hold and push. Exhale like a cannon. Good. And we're done. So we're competing with a lawnmower here now, so we're going to have to wrap up Namaste Yoga for today. Episode 40. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again next week. And thanks again, Carrie, for coming and doing that hard class. Think about how you're going to practice your tapas this week, and see what discipline you can bring into your life this week. Have a great week. I'll see you next week.